First at 6, a bipartisan group of Texas lawmakers and elected officials warn that the president's immigration tariffs could deal a serious blow to the state's economy.
Unless there's a breakthrough in negotiations, President Trump says he will order first 5% tax on all Mexican goods starting on Monday. He's using the tariff threat to try to get Mexico to do more to stop the flood of immigrants headed to the U.S. border. Specifically, the president wants Mexico to change its asylum policy to require migrants to face proceedings in Mexico or the first country they cross through instead of here in the U.S.
And as KXAN's Wes Rapaport explains, the ultimatum has local and state leaders worried about what comes next.
The tariffs to punish Mexico are paid by the people who buy Mexican products, Texans.
We're talking about billions of dollars in product. We're talking about billions of dollars in salaries here in Texas, and we're talking about well over 100,000 jobs. And that is going to have a serious effect on the Texas economy.
56 Texas House members, Democrats and Republicans, signed a letter urging the Trump administration to reconsider.
I am absolutely in favor of securing the border. I think it's very important that we do that. But I'm tired of doing it on the backs of Texans.
Texas is the 10th largest economy in the world, and Mexico is our largest trading partner.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is among those this week wary of the impact. He supports the president's efforts on border security and says the administration, specifically the vice president, asked for his input.
I urge the vice president to have the administration work on strategies that will better secure our border in ways that do not involve tariffs.
Meanwhile, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has seemingly split from the pack on this, publicly backing the president's proposal. He says tariffs are a last resort, but hope it brought Mexico to the table to work together on immigration solutions. This comes as mayors from major cities meet in Mexico this weekend for the inaugural North American Mayors Summit.
Cost of a 5% tariff that increases monthly could be a tax of between $25 and $30 billion that we will pay as Texans.
President Donald Trump tweeted there's a good chance the United States will strike a deal with Mexico in which he expects that deal to include our southern neighbor buying agriculture products, quote, at very high levels starting immediately. At the Texas Capitol, I'm Wes Rapaport. Back to you.
And Wes interviewed Mayor Adler from Mexico. As he mentioned, he's in Cabo San Lucas for the North American Mayors Summit. Adler there with all the mayors from all parties from the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, a collection of city leaders whose job it is to get things done.
We're certainly talking trade, just because it's happening right now. We're talking tariffs. But we're also talking about situations and problems and challenges that cities are facing regardless of where they are. We're talking homelessness. We're talking housing affordability. We're talking mobility and transportation solutions. We're talking about how cities work.